Today we'll hear statements by the honourable ministers or members for the districts of Arbormain, St. John's Centre, Topsail Paradise, Terra Nova, Labrador West, and Virginia Waters Pleasantville with leave. The honourable member for Arbormain.
Thank you, Speaker. I would like to reflect on our veterans and acknowledge the Royal Canadian Legion movement. November month, we remember how much was achieved for us, and yet how much was lost by those that fought so that we may enjoy the freedoms we have today. The Legion represents tens of thousands of veterans and Legionnaire volunteers who volunteer to ensure that there is support for veterans and their families. My district of Harbour, Maine has 2 legions, branch number 64, Holyrood, and branch number 65, Brigus. These legions are key contributors to the communities they serve through their involvement in other community activities, such as schools and community events. Remembrance Day is about honoring our veterans. They, like many of our elderly, have been isolated due to this pandemic. I would encourage each of us to reach out to a veteran on Remembrance Day next week and thank them for their service. We've had the privilege of sharing in 76 years of peace because of our veterans, which is truly remarkable. I ask all members to join me in thanking our legions and our veterans for everything they do to remind us, lest we forget.
The honourable member for St. John's Centre.
Thank you, Speaker. École Rocher de Nord, formerly Holy Cross Junior High, opened to Francophone students in September 2017. With an enrollment of 40 students from grades 7 to 12, the school accommodates the growing number of students seeking a French first language education in St. John's. Un personnel petit mais dévoué offre une éducation au pair de haute qualité aux étudiants. Les élèves ont l'occasion de participer au concours de sciences, aux fêtes du patrimoine, au concours d'art oratoire et au programme à la découverte de nos cultures. Activities like Journée provinciale de francophonie and les Jeux de l'Acadie foster the francophone identity of RDN, while the Duke of Edinburgh program, cross-country badminton, sewing club, student council, yoga, rock band, intramurals enrich their school experience. Food bank donations, Ronald McDonald House's Just Like Nan's program, and Janeway Day instill community mindedness. Rocher de Nord is proud of its track team's recent performance at the NLAA cross-country run at Bowring Park, especially of its grade 7 girls' 2 consecutive second-place finishes in the 1.7-kilometer race. Healthy living, physical, and mental health of students are just as crucial as academic success for École de Rocher de Nord. And the school is looking forward to a safe, productive, and pleasant school year. Thank you.
The honourable member for Topsail Paradise.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I just recently presented a certificate to Nina Thompson, a constituent of Topsail Paradise, for her community spirit and for bringing such joy not only to residents of Topsail Paradise, but to those who drive by her home each day. Nina Thompson lives on Topsail Road, and if you've passed her home, you've seen her concrete dogs standing so proudly out in her front yard. Miss Thompson has been dressing the dogs for over 15 years, and it all started when someone made a simple suggestion. The dogs have an outfit for every occasion: Halloween, Christmas, Canada Day, Valentine's Day, hunting season, spring, summer, winter, fall, and any other day you can think of. She didn't know how big a splash the dogs were making until a few years back when she started getting Christmas cards from people who got a smile out of the pups when they drove by. I look at them each time I drive past, and it always puts a smile on my face. Mr. Speaker, I thank Ms. Thompson for taking the initiative to spread some joy in the district of Topsail Paradise.
The honourable member of Terra Nova.
Thank you, Speaker. Today I speak as part of a fraternity that I'm very proud to be a part of. I'm a veteran, speaking for veterans. I speak for those who left and never returned, and I speak for those who returned and never came back the same. On November 11th, if you're at a ceremony and there's a veteran off to the side and he's silent, give him a nod, a smile, or a simple thank you. It seems small, but it means so much. This year, I'm privileged to lay wreaths in my district to honor all veterans. However, it will be with a heavy heart. I will remember two close friends in particular that aren't with me this year, Chess Bull and Rodney Stroud. From this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds blood with me shall be my brother. Today and every day we honor the thousands that are still serving and the thousands of our fallen brothers and sisters that are no longer with us. We will remember.
Honourable the member for Labrador West.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to acknowledge Geraldine Stevens, April Farrell, Kim Hartery, Kayla Edwards, Michelle Turpin, Lori Butt, Tina Ralph, and Sean Arnold, plus 4 additional support team members, Mike Turpin, Corey Waterman, Danny Stevens, and Andy Kellaway. A group of cyclists called Kilometers for Kids, or lovingly known as Mama's Dream Team, they completed a 1,000-kilometer ride from Pigeon Cove, St. Barb to Ronald McDonald House here in St. John's. Their initial goal was $34,000, but raised a grand total of $100,000 for Ronald McDonald House. Many members are from Labrador West and have seen firsthand the stress that comes when a family needs to travel to the Janeway. There are emotional and financial costs for a family when traveling to St. John's for medical treatment, and selfless dedication of these cyclers and the generosity of individuals in this province raise their funds to help families negate a really rough time. I ask honourable members to thank this outstanding team for putting others ahead of themselves and raising money not only to help Labradorians, but many families in this province who have to be away from home during what can be a stressful and isolating experience. Thank you.
The Honourable the member for Virginia Waters, Pleasantville, with leave. Leave is granted. The Honourable the member for
Thank you, Speaker, and to my colleagues for leave. I would like to take a moment to recognize a person in my district who recently passed away but left a significant mark on our province. Mr. Lee Shinkle was called the grandfather of the oil and gas industry. Lee spent over 40 years supporting, encouraging, planning, and envisioning the birth of the offshore oil and gas sector in Newfoundland and Labrador. He will be remembered for his teachings, mentorship, dedication, and how that has shaped this province and its prosperity. In February of 2019, Lee was given the highest honor by his peers, the NOIA Outstanding Contribution Award. Over the years, he held numerous positions as a member, the treasurer, a board member, and president of the organization. Lee cared about people, he cared about our oil industry, and also our province. Lee also adored his wife Martha and his kids Melinda, Jeffrey, Jessica, and David, and his 9 grandchildren. Lee was known to have a passionate voice with an innate compass to understand what's possible. Lee executed some of the smartest and strategic growth initiatives in our offshore. Speaker, I ask all honourable members in our House to please join me in remembering and celebrating the life of a true advocate of our province, Mr. Lee Shinkle. Thank you.